Yo guys, this is Orbit here from TGN. In this video it's going to be very fast, but I'm going to show you the difference, the massive difference, and why I prefer Precision DPS to Might DPS in terms of Earth powers, okay, because I have tried them both. So first of all, we are going to look at my Earth DPS loadout and the rotation which I go through. So here it is. As you can see guys, is very high damage in rotation, and everything kind of just stacks together really nicely. The only problem is you are close range though, and you cannot go into the new raids as a melee DPS. Well, you can, but you're constantly losing damage, rolling out the way and avoiding damage. Now let's look at the Might rotation which I normally use. I have got this already on my channel if you want to go check it out. Here is the Might rotation and the Might loadout that I use. Okay, so that was my Might rotation. It looks very impressive. There's lots of damage reeling off. The problem is it is very slow. And what I mean by slow is it takes a few seconds to pick up your Rumble Crush, which you need because it's your only AoE crush attack. Throwing that takes far too long. Okay, it takes far too long. It's the only one we can use it for an AoE crush, and sometimes it even gets stuck in your hands. You're losing a lot of damage there. Okay, throughout the whole raid, the amount of times you'll need to pick up the rock and crush people, you are losing so much damage. Okay, the next problem I've got with my Earth DPS is it's damage, loads and loads of damage over times, but you have no big kind of attack to throw on top, which is what you need. Okay, for example, you've got a fire DPS. They have all their damage over times on, and then they can do fire burst, they can do mass det. They've got options. Quantum, another example, damage over times, tachyon blast. You've got that big hit going on top of your damage over times. Earth doesn't have that. It doesn't have the big hit that it needs to keep up with other ranged powers. All you have is weak damage over time. Although there is lots of damage over time, it's not nearly big enough to compete with your fire burst and your tachyon blast. The only thing you do have which is big is obviously your sandblast, but that is only effective when they are below 25%. So now what I wanted to show you, okay, is them both together. Okay, my Earth kind of rotation right the way against my Might rotation, and you can see yourself that Earth melee DPS is 10 times better than ranged Earth DPS. So here it is. Here's the kind of them both together. As you can see, the precision side destroyed the dummy twice. Literally, it's literally almost perfect, twice as fast as what the Might side destroyed the dummy. Okay, in the time that the Might destroyed the dummy once, the precision destroyed it twice, and that's because the Might side needs a big bulk kind of damage on it. So there you go guys. You know, the problem is though, you can't go into a raid, you can't go into Nexus or Paradox as a melee DPS because you're losing damage from rolling out the way and avoiding damage. You also can't go in there as a ranged DPS because it's just you're just constantly reapplying damage over time, using tons of power. It's not very good damage, and you're constantly picking up Rumble Crush, which is time consuming. So overall, I can see why people think that Earth needs a buff. It does need a buff. It needs a few kind of changes. Okay, Earth melee DPS does not need a buff though, trust me. Okay, it just needs to be there needs to be a way to go into Nexus and Paradox as a melee DPS. and get away with it. Then there would not be a problem, because Earth DPS is amazing. I have not been beaten on DPS for a very long time in alerts, okay, because alerts you can just get stuck in there. Okay, anyway, hope you enjoyed the video, guys, and like, comment, and subscribe.